This photo is special, and I'm going to tell you why. Shot at a focal length of 1600mm. Between me and the frame, there's quarter of a mile. Really? I placed the model in between me and the castle using the gate as a frame, and I only needed 3 things. Background compression, the new 200 to 800mm Canon, and then also a cheeky little teleconverter. But first things first, let's get into the lens. This new offering from Canon is the largest telephoto zoom available right now at 200 to 800mm. It's got great stabilization, whole heap of custom buttons on the lens there as well, and it's also very sharp. At only 2050 grams, background compression is something that gets talked about a lot when it comes to telephoto zooms, and you get amazing compression with this lens. And I wanted to try it out in a number of different situations, and I had 2 particularly interesting shots to do. One is of the shot that you saw at the start.
But of course it wouldn't be a Camera Centre UK video without... Segway!
Today on Does It Gimbal, the 200 to 800. Should we see if we can get some shots with that? I think we shall.
So we basically had it for 2 days, and the Welsh weather was not clearly on our side.
Okay, so the goal is to get Tyler crossing the crossing down there with the 800mm. I do want to try it with the 2x teleconverter as well, but I think that might be a bit too much. So let's give it a go, shall we? As Tyler sets up, I'm going to be about 100 meters away from him down the road with the 800mm, trying to get him from a distance.
Whoa. We're just waiting for the green man in a minute. And then me and Stuart are going to cross simultaneously across the road and hopefully get the shot that we're after. Okay, green man, let's go.
At first the shot works really well. He is a bit crowded, but the compression is awesome. The wind caught the lens and shook it a little bit too much. We try again a few more times and get some cool shots. If the time and weather was on our side, we could have refined this just a little bit more. However, this kind of shot has been used before, using compression to your benefit, most notably in Game of Thrones Battle of the Bastards, where Jon Snow faced a bunch of oncoming horsemen, which I believe was actually shot at 1600mm. However, I can't find the source in which I saw the video about it. So yeah, could have been. Anyway, let's jump back to the photo. Because I'm a little bit crazy, what I want to do today is shoot a 1600mm portrait shot. And to be able to do that, what I've got is the Canon 200 to 800 lens, which is really awesome. We've also got a model. Hello, coming your way. How's it going? You had a good day?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, you good journey in, all the way from Swansea, is it?
Yeah.
Fair enough. And then Tyler
Hello.
is going to be the assistant for this
Yes,
shot.
I'm trying to set up this light and failing epically at the moment, but we'll be okay. We'll manage.
I'm excited. We're going to do some comms. He's going to film his end, I'm going to film my end, and hopefully going to get a good shot out of it. So let's get started. I've also got the Hobelite Advance to help us with the model shoot today. I really like this light because we've got the ability to put the Octagrid on and see what we can do. Hopefully, nice light and good photo, isn't it, Tyler?
It is good. I like the Kelvin control. That's cool. Does look like something from Star Wars, though, doesn't it?
It does a little bit, yeah. So this is 1600mm overall. We've got a 2x teleconverter. We've got the R5 set on a portrait kind of like rotation, and should be good. I'm going to be using my headphones to speak to Tyler. In fact, oh Siri, call Tyler, please.
Sure thing. Make sure you check out our 24 to 105 RF f2.8 video as well. Calling Tyler George now.
So now we've got the comms. My headphones are a little bit terrible, as you can see, but let's get started, is it? And as you would expect, it was actually very hard to get a photo, but when I did, it was worth it. The compression allowed me to frame the model in the archway of the castle for the most part, and I got some really impactful images. Using compression, using it at 1600mm with the teleconverter, I think was a very unique concept for this lens, and the photos, I think they're some of my favourites. Special thanks goes out to this one. I'd like to talk to you regarding your car's extended warranty. A little bit of generative fill, and then sorted. The shot that I was aiming to get. The archway of the castle, framing the model, and completely and utterly unique.
Good.
Yeah?
Awesome. At that kind of focal length, I was like, is it going to be really sharp? Because it's what, 2000mm?
1600.
1600mm. But of course we're using a tripod, so that should reduce camera shake. And I can see you shot at 1/800th of a second, so it should be pretty sharp.
To talk about the lens, it was super sharp. Zooming in on the image, you can really see the amount of detail there. The other thing is, this was shot at f/18 because of that teleconverter, but it worked out. Let's talk a little bit more about the lens. The 800mm lens is where most people are going to be wanting to shoot it, and it doesn't disappoint. For video, the stabilization is pretty amazing, and you can't fault it for just grabbing little B-roll shots if you're using this for video. On the day, it was very compact, lightweight, and definitely weather resistant. Okay, what do you reckon? Is it weatherproof?
So far so good.
It's a great lens to be able to just pop people off at a distance. It does really require a bright day, as most photos did come out a little bit grainy. In terms of range, this is a building just outside of ours, and then that's the 1600mm photo that we took of the bits on the top. And then at the left hand side, we've got a security camera, and you can really tell the detail that you get in the shot. And then this is the 1600mm with the teleconverter. Harry, one of the guys there, posed for a quick headshot, I guess. And then we also took some more photos of Tyler out and about, looking majestic as usual. What did I think of the lens? I thought it was a very powerful option for people looking to do nature photography as well as wildlife photography. Maybe not portrait photography, but it was fun. I think it's a lens that allows you to get some very unique shots, and because of that compression at 800mm, it's pretty much unrivaled. The thing I would say I was actually very impressed by was the stabilization inside of the lens itself. Performed admirably, and I feel like I could go around Cardiff or go around a job and get some really unique B-roll that I wouldn't have been able to get otherwise, because let's not forget that all the other brands don't do a zoom lens up to 800mm, pretty much anyway, at least off the top of my head, and usually it's 600mm, so you really get a lot of range there and a lot of bang for your buck, and especially since this is actually on the lower end, because it's not an L lens, it's not that expensive, so I can see it being quite popular in a lot of different situations, and that's what's quite exciting about it. If you like this video, make sure you like, follow and subscribe if you want to see more. If you have any ideas as to some stupid stuff we can do with some beautiful lenses in the future, then let me know. I'll see what I can do. Have a good day. If you're ever on a shoot and you're looking for camera gear, make sure you go to Camera Center.